Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Our Stock Trades. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a very fast live, so just buckle up. Let's get ready. How's everyone doing? Chance first. What's going on? Punch that like button. What's going on, everyone? All right, so we're going to go ahead and just talk about what's going on today. So where are we at? All right, so we're down 4.72% on the day. And then on the 5 days, a 0.45 month. Obviously, we're still up. Year to date, we're still basically punching forward. So what happened today? Why is the market down? Well, again, for folks that don't know, we just released sector performance overview. This is your own sector performance. You can reset it. And what it'll give you is it'll give you, and it's an interactive chart. And you could go ahead. It's part of the allstocktrades.com website. And what you could do is you could look at healthcare. Healthcare is actually down negative 1.10%, which is so healthcare was down today, and you can basically see this because ISM manufacturing pushed up, so many people were going to materials. Very quickly though, if you don't believe me, I try to look at Humana. Humana's down 3.77%. Let's go ahead and take a look at Oscar. Oscar's down 6.61%. So overall, healthcare is down. Really cool about this. You guys can obviously do a full toggle screen. You can press this down screenshot button. It'll give you a screenshot so you can have access to what's going on in the market, okay? And obviously, this is the refresh button, and it'll refresh intraday. So this is a brand new thing that we have. We just released it, so very happy, use it. It's wonderful. The big thing that I want to show you right now is the QuantFlow Terminal. We just released something called QuantFlow. This is extremely expensive data. We will be increasing prices to $4,999 for the lifetime access package, given what we just basically released, and it's incredibly expensive. So let me give you an example. So let's go ahead and hit Clover. We hit Clover. What it does is it goes ahead and grabs you this beautiful chart, right? And there's a lot going on here, so we're going to go ahead. I'm going to remove QuantFlow EMA, QuantFlow RSI, and then RSI SMA. And I'm just going to basically keep this line here. This is our own Our Stock Trades proprietary QuantFlow from the bottom graph. So these are QuantFlow measures, and this is on the minute chart, and this is for Clover Health. Okay. And what you basically see here is you have the red means selling pressure, and the kind of like a light blue cyan type color. That's supposed to be buying pressure. Okay. So now that we kind of basically walk through this, let's give an example that's pretty much in your face. So let's go ahead and open up first off the daily. If we look at the overall historic of Clover Health, you can see that this is when Clover Health short squeezed, when it went all the way up to like $28. And you can see there was a whole bunch of selling here, lots of selling, okay? And then what ended up happening is, this quant data is all red, 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 red. And all of a sudden it started to turn green, okay? So let's go ahead and see what happened here. So it started to turn green right around, really, really green, right around here when Clover was trading at $1.50. The thing is, Clover continued to fall. This was November 2022. And then it kept trading at around $1. And then what ended up happening is Clover started falling in the 90-cent region, 80 cents region. And you start to see this blue line started to increase. This is like the green shading. Let me kind of zoom in so you can see the shading. This is showing buys. This is, again, quant algorithmic data, which essentially shows you what people are doing, right? It shows you what people are buying and selling. Massive selling here, massive buying pressure here. And you can see a lot of people, including us on the Our Stock Trades platform, we were buying heavily here. While unfortunately so many people sold here, we were buying heavily. And you could see the buying pressure happened even when the stock was dropping here, when it was $1.30. So then all of a sudden it started falling in the 70-cent range. And then here in the 60-cent range, you see an explosion in the blue. Explosion in the blue here. Explosion, right? And you start to see incredibly that the stock basically started to, slowly rebound. So that's kind of what this is in terms of for the, 30,000 view on the larger chart. So let's show you now zoomed in, and this is all part of the lifetime access Our Stock Trades QuantFlow, the whole platform, right? So we go ahead and hit the minute, and I want to point something out. So let's remove this and let's just put the QuantFlow simple moving average. Okay. So if you don't recall, regarding stage analysis by Weinstein, let's go ahead and take a look at that. So you remember how you have, what's a good graph? This is a good graph. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's push this here. Let's zoom in. Remember how you have stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3, and stage 4? So when the price is above the simple moving average or moving average here, it's bullish. So I want you to analyze this, okay? So whenever the stock started falling down, the simple moving average in our QuantFlow, the QuantFlow was below the simple moving average. You see how the blue line here is above this green bars? So that means we are in stage 4, which is why the stock, a lot of selling pressure on the minute chart, which is why the stock started dropping down. It went all the way from 450 down to 438, right? But then all of a sudden you start to see it basically, our proprietary all stock trades QuantFlow started, the green bars started to be above the blue line here, right? And then the stock price went up, right? And then it started to go below, but then it immediately rose back up for the price to go up. But then it basically started dipping below to a point where it dipped really low to where our quant flow data was red. So you could see there was some selling pressure. Then it rose again, and you could see it here, right? And then here, the stock pretty much recovered from $4.38, and it basically recovered like this to here. And then all of a sudden you start seeing a dip, and then you can see the price dipped at the end. So you can see how powerful this data is. This is incredibly, incredibly powerful because it tells you what people are doing, right? That's what's called QuantFlow, right? And it's all part of the All Stock Trades Advanced Terminal, okay? Now, very quickly, this is only available for our lifetime access members. It's not available for monthly subscribers. So it's because it's on our website. Now, the cool part is you can adjust it for the month. So when you adjust it for the month, and again, now you see these little numbers start to change. This is called buying pressure. There's a lot of buying pressure at $3.97. And you can see from this line, we could go ahead and clean this up. We'll talk about these other lines here. Let's just clean it up. You can see ultimately that the All Stock Trades proprietary QuantFlow is above the blue line. So that's why overall in the trajectory of the stock, we're in a positive bull trend, which is why the stock has been continuously going up, right? And right. So now we can go to the 3-month section and kind of remove this for now and just focus on the blue, for making things simple. You could see that a lot of people, the stock was selling off here, right? But all of a sudden, the QuantFlow started to trick back up again, right? But it still wasn't above. It was almost like a fake out. It still wasn't above our simple moving average, right? Once it started kicking above our simple moving average and the bar charts, or it was above, you see how it goes from stage 4 to stage 1, right? Stage 1 right here, right? Once it starts doing that, the stock basically rose from $3.15 all the way up, to that $4.80, right? So you could see the power of the proprietary All Stock Trades QuantFlow, right? And again, you could do this for 6 months, and you could basically start seeing more data in the overall. Let me just clean it up here in all the overall trend, okay? Right? And then you could do the 1 year, and again, these buying pressures shows you the buying pressures, and you could see kind of this is the proprietary quant fund here, and you could see what's going on with this because there was a heavy negative selling pressure here, and that was when it was 60 cents, 63 cents right there, as you can see, right? So there's a lot of selling pressure, but then the QuantFlow started getting less and less and less, and if you put an RSI on that, you start seeing the RSI started to track upwards, meaning that there was a lot of buyers, right? If you take the simple moving average on the RSI on top of our quant fund, this is not your normal RSI. This is the RSI on the quant fund, which is a simple moving average on top of the RSI, which is on top of the quant fund, right? Again, this is some high level. So again, the whole point is I'm trying to democratize financial data, and I'm trying to give you what hedge funds have, okay? So you could start to see that, the simple moving average is going up, but the stock price here was going down, which shows you this is a divergence, right? So all of a sudden now you're starting to see a lessening of that quant flow in the negative region going to becoming less negative, which is essentially becoming positive, right? And then you basically saw this huge trend, and you could see this RSI reset, right? The stock went up in August 20th to $3 and 82 cents, and then the RSI reset, right? It reset, and then it started to recover, and then it reset, and then now it's recovering, and now it's slowly resetting. So you could start seeing this, right? And the cool part is let's go ahead and type in Palantir. Look at Palantir, right? You could see the level of sophistication here, okay? Right? You see how there's a lot of selling. In fact, let's look at the whole thing. So you can see the Palantir, there's a lot of selling pressure here, right? And all of a sudden the buying pressure started to come back online, right? And you can see there's sometimes these interdisposed moments of selling pressure, but then all of a sudden we start going from negative to positive, right? The cool part about this is I'm waiting for Clover to go from negative Al Stock Trades proprietary QuantFlow to positive Al Stock Trades proprietary QuantFlow, because right now we're still quantitative. We're still in the quantitative negative on the daily, but it's slowly decreasing. Okay. So again, very incredible piece of data here. Again, right? All lifetime access for our users. Okay. Now, very quickly, let's go ahead and let's do some sophisticated stuff on our quantum charting, right? So this is for Clover. Let's go ahead and put a support and resistance. So we got a support at 442 and a resistance at 450. Let's go ahead and put a Fibonacci there. You can go ahead and see the fibs there. We'll go ahead and go to the hour. Here's our support again, that 440 again, that 440, right? Let's go ahead and do this daily, 436. Okay, good. Let's go ahead. These are just more for long term. So we can see these here. So the cool part now is let's go ahead and do a Monte Carlo all. And by processing this and doing this analysis here, okay, you could see, for the minute, hour, daily, weekly, all, the bull case goes from 456, $5.40, $8.40, $10.10, and $8.48. So again, this is running 25,000 simulations. If you try to show it, it'll say your computer can't handle it. The cool part is now let's go ahead and reset it, and let's do advanced technical all. So you saw how today the price of the stock was actually, it dropped. Remember, like it was negative 4.72%. Let me show you how disgusting Wall Street is. So if you run our advanced technical analysis using our AI engines, look what it says here. Let me zoom in so you can see. So this looks at the minute, 1 hour, daily, weekly, and all times, and it runs through our proprietary analog, and it analyzes the data. And what you basically see is the minute chart, there's actually an uptrend. The hour chart, there's an uptrend. Again, this is for Clover, right? The daily chart is an uptrend. The weekly chart is an uptrend, and the all-time chart is an uptrend. You can see total bullish points is 5. So like whenever I see stuff like this like I'm a buyer, right? To show you, because oh, maybe it's just too bullish, right? Okay, that's fine. Let's look at AMC. You look at AMC, and you can see, look at its bullish points, right? It's processing AMC. You can see on the minute is an uptrend, but look at the hour is a downtrend, daily is a downtrend, weekly is a downtrend, and all time is a downtrend. You can see bearish points is 4, right? Let's look at SoFi. So let's do the advanced SoFi, right? So SoFi is 4 to 1. Interestingly, Clover is 5 to 0, meaning that it's 5 bullish points and 0 bearish points. So you can see how incredible this is, okay? Right? And, just for you understand that, when we run the Monte Carlo, this is what we're running. We're running multiple simulations, but we're running 25,000 simulations when we hit it here, and I showed you where it could go, right? Obviously, there are other things There's obviously the intrinsic value part of the stock terminal, our financial data table metrics analysis here, where you can essentially run the analysis and pretty much graph when Clover became negative to positive free cash flow. There's obviously our sentiment analysis. I'm curious to see if it's picked up anything yet. So we're waiting on it to pick up some data, and then we'll go ahead and update the analysis. But you can, you can see the data has become very complex, but we like to break it down in such an easy to read pattern. Again, this is all, again, a lot of people, we've gotten a lot of people say, oh, your platform doesn't do anything. Well, this is all our platform. This is all data provided by Al Stock Trades. Okay. So, and you can see how powerful this is, right? Just imagine if you knew this and you knew exactly when to get in, right? There were some nominal buys here, but the buying just accelerated here, right? This is right. So this is incredibly powerful when it went from 28 down to here, right? All right. So with that said, we are running our flash sale. It'll be expiring in less than 7 days. It's $500 off, lifetime access. Take advantage. Let me go ahead and just we're going to have to go ahead and go over this graph a little more so people can, we'll give more examples so people know how to use it, because it's a little bit complex, but I hope this video helped. I appreciate you, Clove to Retirement. Miss you a lot. Al, does your terminal show minute by minute? So yeah, so we have our own method regarding the QuantFlow, and extends beyond what options offer. So this is an incredible piece of machinery here. But yeah, so this is what this is essentially. It's minute by minute analysis, right? And you could see the level of detail that it gets to this, right? This is like incredible work, right? Quant level type work. So there it is. And that's all I have for you guys. Hit the like button. I hope this was helpful. The biggest takeaway is I'm actually pretty bullish on this drop. It was because the overall healthcare sector was down today, which we talked about here. The healthcare sector was down. Again, part of the All Stock Trades platform. A lot of money was flowing out, so that's all that was. If you look at the overall advanced analysis utilizing our neural engines, you can see there's 5 bullish points to 0. It's like a Kobe Bryant type effect, right? So that's all I have for you guys. I hope you liked the video. For folks that are on the sidelines, I don't know what you're waiting for. You're seeing the platform, right? We will be increasing prices very shortly, given the fact that you could see how expensive the data is. And what we're offering is quite, you cannot find this anywhere else. But it is what it is. There's going to be people that we reach out to and that we change their lives. And there's people that, are going to stick to the sidelines, but hey, it's all part of life, right? God bless you guys. And that's all I have for you. And I'll see you in the next one.